Hello， 大家好，我係阿天。咁我哋今日繼續 Kingdom Come Deliverance II。咁我哋上一集就嚟到阿婆間屋度啦，辛苦重傷我個Hans 嗰條友呢，就即係好傷啊，都未起身啊，佢而家應該仲攣緊喺度。咁我哋呢就過嚟呢，就我哋啱啱醒咗冇耐啦，就沖乾淨身啊成嘅，咁啊睇下佢咩料啊。
In the end, you bore the brunt for both of us. May all the saints watch over you, and over Bajana too. Lord God Almighty, look down on a poor sinner and hear my heartfelt prayer. Protect Sir Hans, and don't let him die. Just as he didn't let me die, preserve his life. Because he's a young gentleman. Brave and just and a good Christian. And look down on Bajana too, and let her save Sir Hans, and deliver her from all evil, and grant her grace, because she herself is merciful and didn't turn us away in our hour of need. Amen.
Amen.
咦，阿姐都聽到我哋喺度祈禱喎，點啊？談話。
Did what you asked?
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
我懂很多草藥的知識，我該如何認出藥草使用遺忘藥水有風險嘛？
All right.
點樣？係咯，我唔識摘。我啲血冇晒咯喎，已經原本血跡斑斑嘅繃帶。
And chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
咁點啫？唔通叫阿婆你自己去掘個窿去埋咗佢？我應該能自己想辦法。説得對，有啲難受。
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good. But don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles. And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again. Says I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
要乾起屍體，咪要摘花咩？睇下先。我哋上一次發現到佢嗰個任務 list 係睇下先啊，一支採集洋甘菊、採集鼠尾草同埋乾起屍體。選項即係點啊？選項嘅意思係咪即係 optional 啊？佢本身係咪英文係 optional 啊？但係摘花咧就係必須嘅，因為要救我朋友。但係條屍就搬埋去都應該冇問題嘅。睇下先，我應該 E.F 係摘花喎，咁條屍要放去邊啊 ？G 係條屍喎。點解我撳咗佢，但係佢冇嗰個唔會彈一啲解說嗰啲嘅？是但咯，我哋乾起咗，咦可以手刮喎。火把、礦工的兜帽，喂佢咧嗰啲嘢咧，嗰啲物品咧有一滴血咁樣，係咪代表污糟啊？有啲血染咗血咁嘅意思啊？但係腰帶冇染血喎，洋葱，我哋應該攞係咯，佢應該成身都係血啊，所以咧，但係有冇得洗乾淨佢？如果咪着咗件血衫上身，我哋而家應該係冇着衫噶嘛，等我哋攞佢啲，但好似全部都有用咁喎，成 set full gear 攞咗佢喎，佢個人真係冇晒啲嘢，得翻條底褲，洋葱嗰啲攞唔攞埋啊？哇！隻雞唔好走啊！咦呀，睇下先，好孭佢先，將屍體搬到小溪旁。小溪喺邊啊，大佬？小溪，咦？小溪係反方向嘅喎，近啲喎小溪又過咗個小溪先。我要食嘢，頭先咪食咗咯。我記得我哋係畢咗2啖湯飲噶嘛，雖然我唔知2啖湯可以有幾飽，我唔可以跑快啲啊嘛。咦？喂，我孭住佢嚿木跳唔起喎，係咪啊？咦？唔係我跳得過。跟住。呢度喎，哇！一座墳墓，邊度有小溪啊？我都見唔到有小溪嘅。哦，喺下面。劈低佢先係嘛？求其揾個地方劈低佢先。真係重到爆啊！呢條友喺邊度挖啊？係咪要裝備咗嗰個鏟先啊？我哋嗰次咪執咗個鏟嘅，係咪要裝備佢啊？裝備不能喎，啊？咁裝備冇反應嘅點解？係我掣問題啊，定點樣啊？而家到底我都唔係好信得過我掣，不過真係到而家未買掣，我都覺得自己有啲過分。但我着其他嘢 OK 嘅喎。係裝備嗰個鏟唔得喎，點解咧？咦？哦，唔使裝備原來。好，掘窿窿。哇，辛苦啊，大佬，受咗傷，仲要喺度掘窿。主角咧咪有無限嘅可能性，真係。將遺體放入去。唉。真係求其挖個窿掉入去喎，以前係嘛？咁咪，如果以前咧成日都咁做咧，即係咁而家咧咪好容易咧挖下地無端端挖到副骸骨出嚟咯。即係幾百年前有人埋過個男人喺度嘛，勁驚㗎喎！呢嘢係玩泥嘅野豬。 唉，好跟住要去揾嗰個咩洋金角啊，洗下衫先，唔係洗下身先。佢話唔知咩摸完條絲度啫，跟住然之後有啲絲臭味嘅，好臭嘅會。水槽不能洗得咁乾淨，即係只能夠洗基本嘢，太唔能夠洗到香噴噴。係咪行呢邊啊？唔知喎，我初頭睇住上面嗰個方向咧，大概位置。但係咧，如果咧喺個迷宮度咧，咁啊知啊。肩膀還是痛死啊！哦，開始有風濕啊佢。哇，有鹿喎，係咪可以打獵啊？我係乜都冇，我係鼠尾草同埋咩洋金菊喺邊啊？係咪到啊？已經到咗個 area 咯。咦，揾到啊！鼠尾草，摘多少少，趁呢個機會。我每摘一下咧，佢要係咪呢個有咪洋金菊啊？唔係喎，冇反應。洋金菊係咩啊？喂，呢個啊，蒲公英，蒲公英竟然俾我揾到，佢樣似洋金菊喎。雖然我其實唔知道洋金菊係咩樣。嚇？可唔可以食嘢啊？我哋食個蘋果得唔得？沒有狼袋係咩意思啊？咩叫狼袋？死啦！我使乜轉翻英文啊？可能英文我會知喎，有時佢啲中文譯咗啲名咧，我唔知乜鬼嘢嚟嘅。佢就咁同我講狼袋，我都唔知咩嚟嘅。但係食嘢應該唔需要狼袋係嘛？就咁攞出嚟唔得咩？洋金菊，冇咯喎，一片草嚟嘅啫喎。頭先都仲精彩啲，有啲花花成喺度。呢個唔係呢個鼠尾草嚟嘅喎。喂，洋金菊喺邊啊？咩樣㗎？超呢個咪洋金菊咯，一早有啦。頭先見到好多啊，點解我得嘅？喂，唔係白色呢隻花就係洋金菊咩？咦？我唔係好知喎，究竟我係要對住邊一樣啊？對住白色呢個花花嘛，博士嘛？又有啦，要慢慢控制翻去。對啲草啊，即係唔係白色嗰啲啊？白色嗰啲唔係洋金菊，唔通？唔係佢張圖係白色花嚟嘅喎，我唔係好明喎。其實摘夠啊，但係我覺得我可能我哋如果可以嘅話，我想摘多少少喎。但係好似好難去知道究竟我應該摘邊個位喎。我咪見到呢度有啲花喺度喎，咁都唔係啊？未摘得噶嘛？啲洋金菊未生得好，唔摘得住。
A few moments later，
好啦，差唔多，好難摘啊！我想講，但係唔使提啊，而家快飲湯啊！唔知點解食唔到蘋果啊！我哋，你做咩啊？遊戲已經存檔，有些事情正在發生。佢邊似乎出咗事，請記住，並非一定得透過暴力解決問題。棘手嘅局面呢，就算係咩都可以嘅，睇唔切啦。我要取得武器喎，肯定要打啦。武器係咪呢個？工作斧頭，立定個架撐先。喂，我哋睇先，等等，我哋準備一下先，因為都未係好熟悉呢一個嘅，好熟悉呢個，我着齊，着翻啲。哇係血衣啊！我哋着緊，着翻啲，以為呢件嘢係睇先，應該勁啲嘅23，着翻全副武裝，雖然好多血。 OK， 我哋已經準備好啦。驚啊！兩個人真係蝦阿婆喎。
You, what do you want? Come here and tell me who you are, or I'll drum it out of you.
我們好聲好氣地談吧，不能撳喎喂！我個同佢傾偈嗰個不能撳喎，得圓圈話直
You
隻
fucking
抽咗
hear
喎
me?。Tell me what you want here, or you'll see.
我想傾偈但係不能喎，佢又話叫我傾偈嘅，係喎，佢嗰個位有問題喎。哇！你做咩啊你？我揮咗下苦啫，唔使咁
Shut
嘅。
your mouth and start praying, you arsehole. Don't think I don't know what you are.
啊！
Get ready to face your maker.
啊！哇！哇！好恐怖，
I'll rip your ass open.
係咪可以打佢㗎？我哋？哇！死啦我！喂，等等，我發覺我都仲係好識得去呢一個嘅打交系統。哎呀！我點解我擋唔到啊？又，哎呀！我成日覺得好頭痛，成日都擋唔到嘅。點解我好似嚟多次？
Don't making such a fuss about.
What do you want? Come here and tell me who you are, or I'll drum it
咦
out of？you.
可以撳喎，好聲好氣地談吧。
Lord Von Berg.
哇！我頭咩事
Sent
啊？
us to find the renegades who ambushed
我
some
咪
knights
北咗啊
company
我
down by the pond yesterday. A
唔該個
couple
畫
of
面
them
閃下
fled
閃下
and
啦
are。hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
哇！你睇下我頭做乜嘢啊我？咩事啊？唉，我們是使者，遭到伏擊。
I'm Henry of Skalitz. I'm accompanying Sir Hans Capon
What
on a
the-
mission to
what the-
deliver an important letter to Lord von Bergov. We were the ones who were ambushed yesterday by the pond. And Sir Hans isn't fit to travel now. Please report to Trotsky that we'll come as soon as we can. And have them send us horses and some clothing. And an escort would be good too.
Shit, how about that? I didn't expect you to fall for it so easily. We're not Von Bergov's men, and we'll deal with him later. Like we did with you yesterday by the pond. But that's the least of your worries now. We'll take your Sir Hans with us. But we've no need of you. Farewell, Henry of Skalitz.
琴日嗰班友嚟㗎，都係要打。
Be quick.
喂，我個斧頭咧，喂，等等先，我點樣掹我斧頭出嚟啊？喂，喂，救命啊！我點樣掹我斧頭？投降？喂，投降啊！唔打，
Enough.
投降，投降。咁樣啲，我個斧頭啊，喂，未裝備咩？喂，等等先，唔係好妥喎我。喂，睇下我北到，啊唔好啦，我重新開 game， 我重新開 game。
5 minutes later.
我覺得自己直頭係咧，呢個 game 係對於我嚟講，我覺得呢個 game 嚟講，簡直係個白痴嚟嘅，唔知點形容，係各式各樣低能嘅嘢可以發生啊！例如點樣掹武器啦，啊，連武器都未識掹出嚟，我掹定先得唔得啊？冇亂嚟，冇亂嚟，你得啊！我見到我把武器出嚟啦。OK，ready 啦，你把武器嚟啊！我預咗同你隻抽啊！
Hey, what are you doing walking around with a weapon? If you don't
你唔
want
好
us
控
to
埋你
teach
住
you a
先，
lesson, come here sharpish and tell us who you are.
再傾多次我哋。啊，咁你揀第二個選項。
To find the renegades
我頭正常返啦
who ambushed
耶
Some knights company down by the pond yesterday. A couple of them fled and are hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
你們看起來不像馮
You're
伯格
from
的
Lord
手
von
下。
Bergov.
哇，
You
好
don't
核
look
突
like
啊！我套嘢。
Oliver, watch your tongue with me, boy. When I say we're from Von Bergov, then we're from fucking Von Bergov. Who else would we be from anyway? You can talk to me or talk to cold steel. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
誒，睇下先，我們是使者，遭到伏擊，找錯了地方，快滾！我們把他們引走了。引走了嘛？我們把他們引走了。
No need to draw weapons. I'll tell you everything. It's just like you said. Before dawn, there were some vagabonds round here. I had a bad feeling about them. They were looking for a hiding place.
What I want to know is where they are now, not where they were this morning.
We sent them to the rocks. It's a dangerous place. One false step, and it's a long way down.
I'll tell you what's dangerous. Pissing me off like you just did. Because it was in the rocks that we lost them yesterday. So it's kind of you to wait for us here.
我諗我哋其實搭咩都死啊，其實搭咩都係打，不過唔緊要，今次我 ready， 係斬爆你，我哎呀！死啊！哇，得我哋個頭都唔死，我斧頭嚟嘅喎，哇佢死啦，佢死啦 ！Oh yeah！ 你哋個 friend 咧？阿婆撞你鬼又多條絲，黐線啊！又殺多個，唉上帝啊！求你寬恕呢個可憐嘅僆仔。
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Sorry. I reckon it was one of those who followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
因為我哋可以揀，你有權知道真相，不能跟你説嘅喎，係咪？不過婆婆對我哋咁好啊，咁咪話俾佢聽我哋嘅真相，好啲係嘛
I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord Bombergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. Except I have another corpse in my yard.
Don't worry. I reckon I've still got a bit of strength left. I ought to be able to manage it before evening.
I'd be eternally grateful to you. But be careful while you're at it. You don't want to open that wound or strain yourself.
What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
我來煮藥水吧。
All right, I'll try.
煉金術啊！佢講笑嘅啫嘛，定而家呢啲真係有煉金術㗎？
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
有煉金桌喎，調製各式藥劑，應該係教我哋去自己煮藥。哇，藥都要自己煮。咦，有麵包喎，攞個先。喺佢面前偷嗰啲嘢，佢會嬲我哋㗎。如果我哋偷嗰啲嘢，煉金桌，好，睇下先。
First, go to the recipe book.
咩啊？記載右方書籍在右手邊，只要按下交叉即可瀏覽。
Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction.
可以鍵翻閱書籍，撳三角形切換配方花草圖鑑。閱讀完畢之後，按圓圈可繼續熬煮。哦，睇下先，2把洋金菊同1把鼠尾草。哇！喺佢幅圖都有啲抽象喎嚇。
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
On the left 咩啊？酒、油、水，落咩啊？我哋藥劑都需要睇先，要落啲液體做基底，但係咁多啱，我應該落邊啱？等我睇下先。倒三角形啊嘛，係咪即係跟翻個 logo 有個倒三角形啊？睇唔到嗰啲三角形，但係有一橫嘅喎，呢個冇一橫嘅噃。水，都有2個三角形，3個三角形，係咪有啲嘢有 miss 咗啊？等一陣啊！葡萄酒啊，見到啦，葡萄酒啊 ，come on， 葡萄酒。
So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
之後將個鍋拉落去，哇，好方便喎！拉上拉落咁就得咯喎，超方便喎呢個設計。
Potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit, but sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling! To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up.
停止煮沸。好，我哋又要拉翻佢上去，煲滾咗個葡萄汁先。
Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them
我哋
there
需要
on
咩啊？
the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
洋金菊。
Maybe I ain't seeing right, but don't you have only one bag there?
One bag 邊度 bag 啊？
Have you really got everything ready?
係咪我哋淨係攞洋
I
金
only
菊
see
啊？
one bag and you need
我要2份洋金菊，係咪攞2份啊？點樣攞2份啊？鼠尾草啊嘛。哦，係喎，洋金菊加鼠尾草喎，應該係。
All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
咁交叉從袋中取出1把洋金菊。洋金菊喺邊啊？咦？我見唔到有洋金菊嘅存在喎。Nani？哦？哦，洋金菊放落去。One。哦，要攞多1把。Two。
Don't waste time. Throw it before you put it on the flame. Turn the
有
sand
沙漏，
glass,
只要
so you
按
know
下
how
交叉
long
即可
you're
倒
brewing
轉沙漏。
it. It's got to be exact. Every
每一
grain
粒
of
沙都好
sand
緊要，
counts.
即係時間相當之緊要嘅。
When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's
搞
how
掂
long you have to boil
放
the
返落去。
chamomile. Move
哦，
the
即係要放入
cauldron
去
to
一
the
陣，
fire
跟住然之後
and
咧再
wait
滾
until
翻
it
佢。
starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand
咦唔係喎，
runs
等佢
out,
開始沸騰之後先至放喎。我哋一早放咗喎，點算啊？
ain't that enough? Take the cauldron
佢
off
而家
the
先
flame.
沸騰喎，得唔得㗎？喂，我哋早咗喎。
All right. Now take 1 handful of
找一把
sage,
鼠尾草，
grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
好好佢嗰個份量咧，好識隨轉變啊！一把咁樣咯，攞一紮，唔似而家嗰啲咧要幾多 gram 嗰啲咁樣。
Have you ground it? Good.
Yeah，
Now, drop it in the cauldron.
又倒落去，
You don't have to boil it anymore. All
使
you
乜
have
搞
to
下
do
佢啊？
now is
唔使搞咁
decant
犀
it.
利嘅。
Get a file and pour it in.
蒸餾加工即可製成藥水喎，點樣啊？點樣蒸餾加工啊？冇得蒸餾加工喎，係咪就咁倒嘅咋？我哋按住交叉即可將成品倒進藥瓶。但我想蒸餾加工，點樣蒸餾加工？冇得蒸餾加工我哋而家係咪而家太低 B？ 蒸餾加工可能再勁抽啲咯。
Have you finished
我
it?
係啊，我想問阿姐個蒸餾加工喺邊啫？
Done. Now let's see what you've brewed.
哇！整咁大烹係要少少嘅喎。洋金菊藥劑有埋價錢添，即係可以自己咧整啲藥翻去，然之後咧走去賣藥係咪啊？可以賣下啲藥，咁我哋可以賺錢。呢個 game 我估都好正，好有嗰啲咩揾錢啊、生存嗰啲係嘛？
It's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
Well, if you feel up to it, I'd be right grateful to you if you was to rid me of that damn corpse what's lying there the whole time.
Sure. I'll do the best I can.
When you're done with that, go get some sleep. You won't miss anything, and you need the rest after everything that happened.
Oh my god！ 睡到早上，我哋食嗰嘢先。阿姐我好肚餓，唔知點解食唔到蘋果，食唔到麵包，感到疲倦了。食阿姐啲，食阿姐嗰啲婆婆的愛心咖喱。好，我哋個飢餓度冇咗啦。OK， 咁就睇下先。又要托呢條屍體喎，唉！我哋今日要托成2具屍體，唔係我係撈。又要托去邊啊？咪又托去小溪嗰度㗎咋？做法一樣嘛？咦，又可以手刮喎！陣間先手刮佢先。好，又係火把、乞丐的兜帽、填充布甲，好似啲嘢差唔多啊嘛？係咪我哋身上面仲好啲啊？咦，有鎖匙喎，喂，有繃帶要啊！佢有呢啲特別啲喎，啲衫就可以唔要咯，但係佢有啲奇怪啲嘅其他物品咧可以笠咗佢先。哇死啦！可以殺人跟住偷人哋啲嘢喎，係咪其中一個生存嘅方法嚟㗎？我想知道，因為我要放佢喺邊啊？今次唔係好似呢度咁樣行過，跟住揾個地方挖佢咩？好似係呢度啊，係嘛？上一 round 係咪都係呢度啊？係咯，呢度黐孖筋，仲有個坑喺度嘅喎，唔可以挖多個出嚟喎。啊！你哋兩個咁 friend 啊，兩次嚟尋我仇，將你埋埋一齊啦。啊，重疊啊，應該。而家挖翻佢出嚟咧，應該係都仲正常，因為朝頭早埋嘅啫嘛，我哋而家都差唔多時間。我哋埋咗佢之後就遇到呢個男人啦。好，經過辛勤工作，佢都唔去拍呢個埋屍嘅影片俾你睇。哦，我哋翻去瞓覺啊，跟住就可以洗一洗身先。哇，臭味啊！我見到我右邊度有個臭味。啊，冇咗啦，而家可唔可以洗衫？我件衫污糟。儲存喎，碎膠並儲存喎，可以。咦？而家係幾多點啊？而家係5點啊，原來。瞓到聽朝咯，我哋瞓到聽朝 瞓13個鐘頭太多了，瞓得足夠啊先至咩咁樣，又發夢啦。
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotten hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it as a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
阿婆變咗個後生女喎，係咪發緊夢啊？原來一場夢嚟嘅。
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
比昨天好多了，係啊，搬咗2條屍啊，大佬我勁啊！
Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
父親的劍，我的父親，一個美麗的少女方言。父親好似講我嘅父親係咪好似會好啲啊？
Without a doubt. I hope his soul and Ma's find peace.
Dreaming of a dead parent is confusing. It could mean you cling too much to the past, and you ought to find a new path. But I think it's a good thing he's more important to you than that murderer.
應該唔會揀下面嗰個啦，係嘛？好似好 negative 咁。
I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
I'm feeling a bit peckish.
佢係講話佢已經醒咗噶咯喎，係咪講緊嘢嗰個啊？喺張床冇人啊！
You seem quite adult.
哇，已經食緊嘢，好似正常嘅喂，唔係傷得好重嘅咩你？
Finally up. Henry,
Huh?
come and join us.
喺度溝女。
Morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
All the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojana told me what happened here yesterday. That's the 3rd time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The 3rd time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
漢斯爵士有次被富萬人挾持。
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands, the core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa,
Huh?
that's all we need.
佢係咪指緊我哋啊？
I
其實
hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
哇，又講啊？是但啦，好似好中意講故事
The foe
喎
took the。castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
你是怎麼打敗那個惡煞？謝謝你幫我帶來。係咯，其實 佢最後尾佢撲咗出去啫嘛，點樣打低
Fair
啊？
enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falcon and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your
保存藥劑也能儲存遊戲咁 QQ，
gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever
即係
find
點啊
yourself in
？Save
need,
game 係可以用
the
保
doors
存
of
藥
Perch
劑
Time will always be open to you.
Thank you, sir.
我睇下先，藥劑咁即係要自己整噶咯喎，係咪要煉金術啊？又
Never need to take up your offer.
係咪睇下先？點樣開始啊？開始煉金術。佢話俾咗張秘方我哋啊嘛，係嘛？佢好似有俾到嗰個叫做配方啊，唔係秘方配方，但係冇得揀上下頁嘅。我哋之前佢唔係俾咗我哋嘅咩？呢個保存藥劑配方，學會了新的配方保存藥劑，葡萄酒、沉麻，佢話咩啊？顛茄啊？咁唔使啦，我哋而家知道就得啦。
Anything does happen,
係咪走得㗎啦？我哋
growler.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
其他人呢，必須回去找笨笨。湖邊看到了托特，托特係邊個啊？死啦！我唔記得咗。嗰啲人名我咧 mix 埋，但係我想揾笨笨咯，隻狗好緊要
Not
冇
about much. He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
咁其他人呢？
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I've known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
你不相信我嗎？我知道這聽起來很怪，好似 nice 啲嘛。
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me, I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
哇！佢俾埋錢我哋啊！呢個婆婆係好人啊！佢應該係想俾翻佢，但係阿 Hans 唔制啦，梗係袋都係袋啦，係咪？都唔知前路啊點樣行啊，大佬佢兩個。但係咧，我驚咧，阿婆婆咧會俾我哋，即係可能我哋第時咧搞其他嘢之後咧打下咧，會突然間有一日話阿婆婆。因為曾經同我哋有個關係，然之後咧，即係幫我哋咁樣咧，跟住然之後就俾人殺害咯，可能係個女出現咯。啊！我媽俾人殺嗰啲咧，哇！而家先出字幕啊！呢個遊戲啱啱先正式開始嘅，原來我哋完成咗呢個嘅序章啊，應該係通常都係個序。個二草德順好長。喺度玩啊！哇！冇亂咁揮手啊，大佬！你點知對面咩人啊？喂！陣間就係敵人點算？喺度搔首弄姿、拋眉弄眼，唔好及女啦！俾人放狗啊！
I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine. And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Wow, 俾人潑屎啊
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar. I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead.
我佢以為我哋死
We found his
咗
body by
啊
the！ pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Get your shitty hands off me! No, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
去條河沖涼先啦，係嘛？應該勁臭咯，佢哋。
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Well, different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
我覺得我哋應該要去沖涼換衫先咯，咁個樣真係冇人相信我哋。
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
去賺點錢啦，我哋點樣賺咧？但係
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
淪為笑柄，你說得對，會理解，有乜好丟臉？
I suppose you're right.
我哋唔可以俾人睇死啊！
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
他們的死不是你的錯，會好好埋喪，我也有錯。佢哋嘅死唔係你嘅錯，我唔開心。
Not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenes. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you've finished, report for work.
Cheers.
What is it? It's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
Bear that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
有我啊，真係陰公。呢條友咧好大少爺啊！
Be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
計時嘅喂，抱歉打攪了。
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment. anyone you know going to talk about him?
What was that?
That he's wounded.
Oh, hi.
咦，洗乾淨自己，我要臭臭，
Most of them are dead.
可以同佢傾偈啊！
Lord von Berghoff
唔該。
beside himself and won't allow his
點解我
soldiers
交叉不能啊？
Aha!
同咗佢傾偈嘅點
Sent
解
you for the wine. Wait a moment.
喂
I'll be right
，hello，
back.
我即係要等佢傾完先可以答
I've seen you
話。
before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
乜嘢啊？我才不是那個什麼清理糞坑被強襲，我喺祠堂見過面㗎。
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
我哋救咗黎人，你而家再打到俾強盜襲擊。
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle and I wasn't at any pond.
佢唔認喎，點解呢？佢係個媽否認，救咗你命，幫你
You
轉
were
移
lost in
生活注意
laundry,
力。
and these bandits attacked you. I was in the water, and I distracted them from you.
That's nice of you, helping some unfortunate girl. But it wasn't me. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
我企喺度及女關唔關你事啊？又唔係你員工，做咩啊？
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
嚇、準備乜嘢啊？隨時待命，準備好幹媽。係咯，我要做咩啊？要
What for?
To get to work, you pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you'll work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
我都唔記得自己係 from 邊度喎，是但啦。
I ain't been further than the back of me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bat house wench.
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Semin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Semin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Will Lord von Burgov be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Semin is his vassal.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Semin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troshkovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Here it comes.
先要翻去同佢講，我哋要搬麵粉。喂，阿姐，你頂住咗同唔講佢傾偈，仲幫佢斟酒？我哋冇錢找數喎，咁好人嘅。
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Burgov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Burgov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
又靠我呢條友廢嘅喎。
Well, I don't exactly have a plan, actually.
God's hat, do I have to do all the thinking for us? I suppose we could stand at the side of the road and wait for Von Burgov to pass.
I'd say the wedding's a much better bet.
We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
And we can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
你要不要照鏡子看看自己現在模樣？會有人會認出你。唉，一陣間就搞掂啦，就諗啦。
Don't worry.
That's not the point, Henry. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough.
呢條友真係咧，知咩叫馬死落地行啊，大佬！而家連找飯錢都冇我
We're not in any
哋。
position to pick and choose. So if you want to somehow scrape your way out of this mess, you better forget your airs and graces and make some effort. A bit of honest work won't kill you.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, The priests who pray for us. Laboratories. The plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatores. The warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
我是哪一種？我自己去搬那些麵粉吧。我覺得我哋再同佢講都應該冇乜改變㗎啦，係嘛？自己搬啦我。
I'm in your service, so I'll carry all the sacks, even your share.
Thank you, Henry. And don't worry, I'll pay you back for your hard work.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favor.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
啲貴族咧真係當自己係咩啊，大佬黐線！咪嗰個年代係咁嘅，因為咧佢哋真係好明確，因為佢哋一出世咧就已經唔使做啊，佢哋一出世就唔使做，所以根本佢哋想像唔到做嘢嗰啲勞動咧係咩啊？因為嗰個時候你一出世係你就係你永遠都係㗎啦嘛。跟住有啲咧，如果你喺低下層咧，你永遠都係低下層啊嘛，你上唔到去嘅。喺呢代啊嘛，儲藏室喺邊話？佢話咩？淨係揾咩第2道門啫喎，唔知佢講咩第2道門喎。真係揾下喎，大佬。唔知喺邊喎？應該唔會顯示吧？係咪呢度啊？哦，終於揾到啦！太好啦！我真係揾咗好耐嘅，只要搬5袋，好累哦！條契弟又唔幫手，如果一齊搬你話快幾多？第3代。咦？佢做乜同人傾偈嘅？我有啲不祥預感喎！呢條咁嘅契弟淨係識得惹事嘅啫喎！唉，唔好理佢啦，就咁搬完走啦我哋。我啱覺得佢會同人打交咯。呢個漢斯咧係嗰啲係而家嘅大少爺咯，即係啲完全係不食人間煙火，沒有終究的空間。而家先第3代，即係成日都走嚟走去嘅。唉，果然要打交落去。
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
係咪可以息事寧人啊？我哋保持沉默，冷靜點，不准侮辱人。冷靜，大家冷靜。
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
啊，喐手啦！
Go to hell! That fella!
係嘛？Go to hell！Go to hell 啊！Go to hell！Hell 啊！Hell！Hell！冇氣，等等。
Hey! Get him!
喂，唔好做架梁，你借開啦，做架梁，做架梁，架梁，架梁。頭先，啲內力嗰啲低啊我。架梁，架梁，架梁，架梁。我又冇氣啊我哋。
Nice hit.
俾我唞唞氣先嚇。哎呀！ 老闆，死你死啊！喂，哇！呢條收皮喎應該，咪多下應該收皮喎。係啊，即係紫色嗰條巴就係佢條血咯。咁我識睇啊條巴，但係咧我唔知點解咧擋咧硬係咁鬼慢嘅咧。 喂呀！你老闆，好，搞掂我兩個。唔係啊嘛？仲未打完，哇！佢仲滿血嘅點解？你搞咁耐都仲係滿血嘅喂？ 我哋有一個，死啊你！死啊！我拳頭交幾好嘢喎我哋。咦？點解唔回翻條氣嘅？我嗰條黃色巴唔翻嚟嘅喂。啊！打完啦嘛？
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
佢連士兵都打，唉死緊啦我哋，佢俾人斬頭啊！
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak? You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off!
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
哦，三個都係少佢喎，保持沉默好啲喎嘛？
Nothing to say for yourself? Just as well. It's your fault we're in this fucking pillory.
我只是在保護你啊！
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologise. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
哇！我真心嬲喎，佢竟然話 no idea how the world works 咯，大佬你冇嘢啊！
Let's just stop all this arguing.
真係唔想同佢講啊！呢條友係離晒譜喎。
I've had it up to here with you.
仲喺度鬧。
With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
我又唔想咒罵佢，和解啦好嘛？話晒我都要兩個人一齊行嗰條路。
This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
係咪好熱啊？咁個樣咧，隔日一早，哇臭啊烏蠅褸啊！運幾耐啊？應該好肚餓喎。
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Otto.
Hey! Bogo!
唉，你係強烈嘅對比。
Oh shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
哇！佢老闆，佢劈低我哋啊！妖！哇！佢做咩啊？機㗎？真係搭晒膊頭咁樣親密做咩啊？黐線！咁我哋自己一個人行㗎喎，睇嚟佢都唔咩咯。唉，總之頭先小爆佢啦，就諗住仲要繼續行落去，我先咩？犯罪與名聲，一舉一動會帶來不同嘅後果。喺你犯罪之前呢，周遭嘅人呢，環境都會因此採取行動。咩係犯罪？違反基督徒信條所做嘅犯罪，傷害他人、攻擊家畜、偷竊、濫殺無辜、私闖民宅、騷擾他人嘅牲畜。犯罪嘅後果會有通報守衛，同我發生爭執。發生衝突，唉，聲望 總之咧，我哋就唔可以即係如果做啲壞嘅事咧，就會即係增加嗰啲咯，增加啲咩星星嗰啲咯，粒星啊嗰啲咧，跟住俾人通緝啊，跟住有機會咧，周圍啲人咧就如果我聲望太低咧，可能佢就唔幫我手啊，甚至乎舉報我之類嗰啲嘢啦，咁可以洗刷惡名嘅，亦都可以局勢動盪，武裝自己呼喚救兵。OK， 大概都係嗰啲嘢啦，我。
Suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up lord of Perkstein.
咩人嗌我哋啊 ？Hey you 邊度啊 ？Over here 即係邊度啊？哦你啊 ，OK。支線揾笨笨，查出笨笨發生咗什麼事情。我哋唔搞住啦，我哋今集就玩到呢一度先啦，都接咗啲其他古靈精怪嘅任務，係啊。呢個 game 係如果要玩應該有排玩嚇。咁我哋今集嚟到呢度先啦。咁啊，如果大家中意呢個系列嘅，記得俾個 like 或者 share 俾啲朋友啦。如果想繼續睇其他影片，就記得 subscribe 啦。咁我哋下一集咧再翻嚟繼續玩 Kingdom Come Deliverance，係咁先，拜拜。